Take two.
Okay, Miles, you ready for a brief?
Yes, I am ready for a brief. Yeah, go on. Actually, no, hang on. Let me just get the charts out here.
We haven't got your charts out.
No.
I'll let you get your charts out. I'll let you review what I've put in the FMC.
Okay.
And when you're ready and you've had a think about it, let me know, and we'll have a chat.
Fantastic. So I'll have a quick look in the FMC. That's good. That's good. That's good. So I see you coming around the arc there and slowing up to 210 just before we insert the localizer.
Yep.
Okay. That's good. No, yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead, Pete.
Great. Okay. So you've been here recently?
I came a couple of weeks ago. Yes.
Fantastic. And any what are the issues today for us? Do you think?
Today, apart from the taxiing in, there was a slight change to the taxi routing on the way into the new part of the terminal.
Okay. Yeah.
The only other thing I've noticed was from your planning, in fact, in the FMC, that there looks like it's quite a strong westerly wind actually up here, so we might get a tailwind in the finals.
I hadn't thought of that actually. I put it in, and that's a very good point. Thanks, Milesy. So that's quite common here. So the tailwind down the final approach.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you do to mitigate that?
Probably be back on speed earlier than normal before we go down the glide slope, and maybe even a bit of speed brake for some extra flat.
Yep, I agree. So we'll try and get configured a little bit early before we start coming down, and any excess speed energy, I'll use the speed brake.
Okay.
First measure to get rid of that.
Sounds like a reasonable idea. Yeah.
Anything else that you'd concerned about?
No, it's good.
No other risks?
No, don't think so.
Great. Okay. From the arrival chart, you can see we're in via Vilna.
Yep.
And it's around the arc at altitude 5,900 feet. So I guess there's a chance if we're cleared procedurally, we have to remember to go to Q&H.
Yeah.
I always forget that, so if I haven't done it, I've forgotten, please just speak up and tell me I've forgotten.
I'll monitor that for sure.
Fantastic. And at the end of the arc there, I have to go into heading select, fly onto the localizer.
Yeah.
And then we will come down the approach from there. So I've got a plate 11.1.
Yeah.
And I've got 25th of December 2000.
I agree, yeah.
And I can see then that we come down at X height, blah, 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 right path here.
Yeah.
And I've got a minimum of 400 feet.
Yeah, I agree.
Fantastic. Okay. The only other thing I'd add about that is the runway drops away out of the canyon, doesn't it? So when we go into the visual part, it's a funnier picture, isn't it? So just monitor me there in case I start dipping too much or something, or climbing high is probably what I'll do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, taxi then, we'll take the rapid exit off to the left there, and we'll taxi in. Where'd you park last time?
Just on the edge of the terminal there, that new bit, and that's where that taxiway, we can't get around there, we just have to go around the other way, I think.
I did the same actually, so we'll expect a stand somewhere around there, but that should give us plenty of time for single engine taxi, so if you could set up for that, that'd be fantastic.
Perfect.
Be busy down there, so obviously we're looking out. If it gets too busy, we don't understand the instructions, we'll stop and we'll just make sure we're both happy with where we're going before we go on. Great. All right. Any questions then on the approach, the landing, and the taxi in Alicante?
No, don't say that's all good.
Anything you've done different? Anything you've seen other people do that's different?
No, it's all good.
Okay, great. Okay, so let's talk about what happens if we don't land off this approach. We're 300 kilos up, so that's not a huge amount of fuel.
Yeah.
What's that mean, 300 kilos for you, really?
Not a lot really, it's probably not even enough for another full circuit, so we're either going to have to commit to Alicante or go to Valencia, as we normally would.
I agree, so if we do go around and come back to Alicante, we're committing, otherwise it's off to Valencia. And we can see that Valencia is a Category B airport because of the high terrain in there.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to be bizarrely landing on the other runway there, so that's runway 30. So if we go around then, it would be going round, flaps 15, check thrust, reduce thrusts, positive rate gear up. I'll follow the flight director toga guidance. LNAV should engage to follow the go around path, which I would have confirmed now, but I don't have in front of me sadly. At some point I'll try and get when I have capacity, I will engage the autopilot and the auto throttle. I want to do them together. If you see me do one and not the other, I've forgotten, so please monitor that.
Keep an eye on that.
We're going to be working pretty hard in this approach, aren't we?
Yeah,
so please just prioritise monitoring there. Make sure that I'm flying the right speed, we configure it the right place, and we fly away from the hills before we start doing anything else.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, perfect.
So we said, what's the minimum height to Valencia, did we just say?
We said flight level 80.
Flight level 80, and runway 30. Anything you want to add about the runway 30?
I suppose the only thing is that the missed approach has a turning towards Magal, which is down there. I suppose if we get above 80, we could go straight there, can we, and save a bit of fuel?
We could. Okay, that's fantastic. So if you can arrange that once we've got capacity and you know, not at the expense of monitoring, that'd be a good way to save some gas.
Yeah.
And was there a no 10 for Valencia? I think there was, wasn't there?
There was Valencia. There's the rapid exit taxiway off that runway. In fact, off 30.
Okay, so I'll have to roll to the end before we come off.
Yeah, that's not available. Yeah.
Okay, great. Any other questions? Anything you want to add? Anything you do differently?
No, it's all good. Very good.
Okay, great. All right, thanks. Descent checklist.
Okay.
Fantastic.